Most people that are listening to us right now are living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Most people.
Yeah.
If you're living paycheck to paycheck, how much are you going to stick your neck out for this? How much are you going to stick your neck out for anything? How much are you going to open your mind or open your mouth up about all-cause mortalities? How much you go, like all the different things that people are concerned with in the wars,
low birth rates, the explosion of cancer.
Everything that's in the news, everything constantly. How much are you going to stick your neck out? Most people aren't. They can't. They don't have time. They have a family. They have mortgages. They're barely getting by. They're not going to fucking risk everything.
And they're being told not to care.
Right. Yeah. And then they're being shamed if they do care.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to be the anti-vaxxer at work.
Yeah.
If you say, well, I'm just telling you, I read some scientific papers being broken down by legitimate PhDs online. They were explaining what the mechanism is that this stuff could cause cancer.
Don't do your own research.
Yeah, don't do your own research.
Do not.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite.
Trust the experts.
I mean, that's like right out of Orwell. And when it's Brian Stelter saying, all these people, they want to do their own research. What do you do your own research? Why would you ever assume that everyone who listens is dumber than you?
Yeah.
Why would you ever assume? And if you're an intelligent person and someone says there's medical research papers that you can clearly read that show you results, why can't I understand that? I can go through college and learn calculus. I can figure out how to program a computer. I can figure out all these things. There's all these things that I can do. But I can't research this effect that this chemical that I'm introducing to the human body does. Don't do your own research. Trust these experts. You don't trust experts in anything.
No.
Because over time, they're wrong about certain things, and new expertise emerges, and look, they used to use leaded gasoline. Should we trust the experts and keep putting lead in gasoline where they made IQs demonstrably lower? You can, like, statistically lower in places and where people grew up, and I'm one of them, grew up in a place where they, at the time where they had leaded gasoline. I probably could have been way smarter when I was a kid. I was just sniffing fucking leaded gas. I have a buddy who has he used to live in New York, and he was trying to do a garden in his backyard. But he's a smart dude, so he took soil samples, brought it to university, and said, tell me like what's wrong with the soil. It's like it's filled with lead, all from those days, from back when everybody had leaded gasoline. It was just in the air, just everybody's just lead fumes, because they didn't want the engines to ping.